And those people, I'm like, no. But the people who are willing to change and want to change, totally different story.
Yeah. And that just goes back to awareness, like choosing awareness over ego.
Yeah.
But the reason why I feel like so many men are afraid to come out with anything is because they start to get gaslit by the toxic femininity. You know, it's like we're trying to, this is what I was trying to say. Like it's not all going to be rainbows. Right now, the news is pushing an agenda of having our masculine beings be emasculated. I know this is a little controversial, but Candace Owen talked about it today, and she was talking about the Harry Styles photo being on Vogue and him wearing the dress. And then she made the comment about how we need manly men. The way she said it, I don't think came off very well. I think she could have worded it better. I think what she's trying to say is that the narrative is trying to push either weak men or extreme violent men. That's what the media is trying to push in their narrative. Okay. And we are eating it up and performing in that way.
Yeah.
And that's off. And that's what she's trying to say. It's not that Harry Styles can't express himself. In my opinion, he's hella fucking manly. His music is amazing.
Right.
He is always dressed that way. I don't think it is.
No, I think if you go back to the words that you were listing off for masculine, he's focused. He's, I forget some of the other ones, but he has all of the traits of what masculine energy
His energy is masculine.
But he also has and is very comfortable with his feminine energy side.
Yeah. And I think when you're rooted in who you are, you're unfazed by other people's perspective of things. You like what you like and you go with what you like and you're rooted in that.
Exactly.
I feel like the way Candace Owen worded it is going to have a lot of like backlash on her and people are going to miss the point of what she's trying to say.
Oh, of course.
But it's that the narrative is trying to be pushed in that direction. And I hate that because it goes back to being both extremes. And what you want is people to find that balance between being feminine and being masculine. You have toxic femininity, which is pushing the narrative of extreme feminists, and that's not okay.
No.
And then you have toxic masculinity, which is extreme aggression, and that's not okay either.
Right, exactly. It's the dark side of both coins, and you don't want that. You want to be on the light side of both coins, but in balance with each other. It's like a little quadrant because you got to get it just right. And everyone's going to be different. There are going to be people who definitely lean more towards the masculine energy and people who lean more towards the feminine energy. But the point is to be in touch with all of it within yourself and understand who you are as a person and what works for you and not try and push that on anybody else.
Yeah, that's the other thing, is not push it on anyone else. Constantly trying to force our agendas on other people.
And our opinions on other people, and then getting upset when they don't have the same opinion. And recognizing that, dude, it's America. It's a free country. And this should be globally. Unfortunately, it's not. There's a lot of really harsh dictatorships around the world. But that's the beauty of America. We can have different opinions and still sit down and have a cup of coffee or sit down and have a drink together and be friends.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what makes me upset about the media right now is because you have so many people who are like, where's your proof? Where's your proof? And I'm like, the only proof that I need is that I'm watching the news, I'm watching their body language, and I'm hearing their words, and all of it is pushing something. So that alone tells me that I have things to question. And also, where am I seeing the role model of a balanced man and a balanced woman? Where are they showing that on any of those platforms? They're not. Because that's not what they want. That's not what they want you to strive for. That's not how they want you to be. They want you to constantly be conflicted. They want you to be so unsure about yourself and always questioning that you don't push an agenda for your life. You don't push anything forward for yourself. And actually, we can't say her name because she sounds like a fucking psycho bitch. I want to talk about a well-balanced man, Johnny Depp. And we were doing research on this because that's another person who came up who I didn't know about. And then the information came up when I was doing this research. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. All of this ties together perfectly. Toxic femininity is what she's pushing. Yep. It's an extreme feminist agenda of being